Today we are looking at solving multi-step equations, so more than two steps. Some of these we are going to be distributing, some of them we're going to be combining like terms. So a lot of different things are going to be going on. So this little handout that I give you should help you figure out what to do first and where to go next. So first, if we have parentheses, we're always going to do those first. That's distributing. Then we're going to combine our like terms, the ones that have the same letters or that are just numbers. Then we're going to get the variable on one side of our equation. So pick a side wherever, whichever side you would like, and then undo either the addition or subtraction, then multiplication and division. So first, let's look here. What's the first step in these equations? Well, these both have parentheses, so our first step is going to be distribute. So let's distribute our parentheses to both. I'm going to draw a box so I know how to distribute. I have 3/4 and I have n plus 3. The n plus 3 I knew went on the top because that's my classroom. 3/4 is my teacher out front. And this is really just all equal to 9. So 3/4 times n, well this is really 1n. 3/4 times 1 is still 3/4. And it's multiplied by n. So we have 3/4 n. And then we have 3/4 multiplied by 3. 3/4 times 3, well 3 is really 3 over 1. So 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 1 is 4. So we have 9 over 4. So if you want to leave that as 9 over 4, you can. However, it'll be easier if we convert it to a decimal. As a decimal, that is the same as 2.25. So I'm going to just change that there and make it 2.25. So we have 3/4 n plus 2.25 equals 9, because of that 9 there. Now I'm going to draw my line and solve this. We've done our distributing. We don't have to combine any like terms. The variable's already on one side, so we need to first undo our addition and subtraction, like a two-step equation. Here's our letter. We can't do this multiplication. We need to get rid of this addition, so we're going to subtract 2.25. Subtract 2.25. I'm running out of room here. We have then 3 over 4n equal to 9 minus 2.25. Again, just use your calculator. 9 minus 2.25 will give me 6.75. And then last, to get rid of this fraction, this is multiply, but to get rid of a fraction, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. We're flipping the fraction, times 4 over 3. So those are gone. We have n. This is really over 1, 6.75 times 4 will give me 27. 1 times 3 on the bottom is 3. So 27 divided by 3 will give me 9. That one wasn't super nice with that decimal and that fraction there. Let's try this next one. Again, we're going to distribute, draw our box. Our teacher out front is the 1/2. Our classroom is 8x minus 6. So we're going to multiply 1/2 times 8. If you want, you can just think of what's half of 8. But if you'd like to write it out, 1/2 times 8. Or in your calculator, put 1/2 in parentheses, just like that. 1 times 8 is 8. 3 times 1 is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we have 4x. And then half of negative 6, same thing. 1/2 times a negative 6, which is really over 1, which gives us negative 6 over 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, but it's a negative, so minus 3. So we have 4x minus 3 equals 5. And then we're going to solve. We're going to first get rid of addition and subtraction, and then multiplication and division. So here's our subtraction. We're going to do the opposite and add 3. we have 4x, and 5 plus 3 more is 8. And then last, the opposite of multiplying by 4 is divide by 4. So we have x equals 8 divided by 4, which is 2. Next, hopefully a little bit easier. What's the first step in these equations? Well, we don't have to distribute. We do have more than one x here, though. So what we need to do is combine like terms. Combine like terms. So combining these, 8 minus 3 is going to give us 5x, and then write the rest of the equation. Our goal is to get the variable or the letters all by itself over here, and our constants all by itself over here. Just like we've been doing, get rid of addition or subtraction. I see minus 10, so I'm going to add 10. Those eliminate. We have 5x and 20 plus 10, which is 30. And then last, the opposite of multiply by 5 is divide by 5. 5 over 5 cancels. 30 divided by 5 should give us 6. Over here, same thing. Our letters are over here, so let's keep our variables on this side. So we want all of our constants on this side. So be careful with your signs here. This negative goes with the 6k. This negative goes with the 7k. They're all negative, same sign, add and keep. 6 plus 7 should give us 13k, but they're all negatives. And then write the rest of the equation. Negative 31 equals, and then there's an 8. Like we've been doing, get rid of first your addition and subtraction, then multiplication and division. So this 8 is really added. This is multiplied, so we can't do that yet. So subtract 8. These are all negative, same sign, add and keep, be negative 39. And then last, this is multiplied. The opposite of multiply is divide. So those cancel. 39 divided by 13 should give us 3. And we know two negatives make a positive. Flip over to the next slide. The first step in these ones, both of these have parentheses. Looking back at our first list here, we need to always go in order from the top to the bottom. Distribute, combine like terms, then addition and subtraction, and multiplication and division. So first thing on these ones is going to be distribute. So that means draw our box. Here our classroom is x minus 5. Our teacher that's touching is really a negative 2. But we also have that little extra box, our hallway, because this 6x doesn't fit anywhere in our classroom. So that plus 6x goes in the hall. And it's all equal to 46. So let's multiply. Negative 2 times x is just negative 2x. A negative times a negative I know is going to make a positive, and 10. So let's rewrite this. We have negative 2x plus 10 plus 6x equals 46. All I did was rewrite that whole thing. Now, after we distribute, if you're not sure, look back. It says combine like terms. Do we have any like terms? Over here we have 6x and we have a negative 2x. Negative 2 plus 6, or 6 minus 2, will give you 4x. Or just plug it right in your calculator. They're different signs, we're just subtracting. This 10 we couldn't combine anything with, and then equals 46. Now we're moving on. This is a two-step equation. Get rid of your addition first. Subtract 10. So we have 4x. 6 minus 0 is 6. 4 minus 1 is 3. And then last, the opposite of multiply is divide. 36 divided by 4 should give us a nice 9. Same thing over here. I'm going to draw my box to distribute. My classroom on the top is x minus 1. And our teacher that's touching is the 4. So this 9 we didn't do anything with. This 9 goes in the hallway. And it's all equal to 25. So let's distribute and multiply 4 times x. Just put them together. 4x. 4 times negative 1 is a negative. 4 we're multiplying. So let's rewrite this. We have 4x minus 4 plus 9 equals 25. Then, just like we did over here, combine your like terms. We don't have any x's here. That's our only x, 4x. But we do have negative 4 plus 9. There are more positives. 9 minus 4 will give us 5. Then just get rid of addition and subtraction, like unwrapping your present. We're doing the letter last here now. Subtract 5. We have 4x. And 25 minus 5 will give us 20. Our only step, the opposite of multiply, is divide. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. Alright. Moving along, slide 4. These ones I don't ask you for the first step. We're just going to continue working. So, first, I see parentheses. I know we need to distribute. My classroom on top is 5m and plus 15. My teacher is 3/5. So this one I'm just going to do using my calculator. I need to multiply 3/5 times 5. 3/5 always put in your calculator in parentheses. 3/5, just like this, with the parentheses, with the line for divide, and then times 5, should give you 3. So we have 3 and the letter M. Then over here, 3/5 times 15. Type in 3/5 the same way, times 15. If we multiply that, we should get 9. So there we have plus 9. So we have 3m plus 9 equals negative 12. If you did that multiplying like this, 3/5 times 15, that works too, and you would get 45 divided by 5, which is also 9. Let's move along, getting rid of addition or subtraction first. Subtract 9 on both sides. We have 3m. And negative 12 minus 9, they're all negatives. Add them up. We should get a negative 21. And then last, the opposite of multiply is divide. So divide by 3. So m equals a negative 21 divided by 3 is 7. Alright, this one, same thing, we're distributing first. Identify who's inside your classroom. Inside our classroom is m plus 5. Our teacher right out front is this 4. So this 3 is our hall monitor out in the hallway. Right here, it's just a plus. Plus 3. All equal to 31. So 4 times m is just 4m. 4 times 5 is 20. So we have everything. Let's rewrite. We're done with this 4, so we're not using that anymore. We have 4m plus 20 plus 3 equals 31. Combining our like terms, this 4m is just 4m, but we do have 20 plus 3, which is just 23. And then last two steps here, get rid of addition or subtraction, so subtract 23, we're doing the opposite of what we see. 4m, and then subtracting, we can't do 1 minus 3, but 11 minus 3 is 8, which went to a 0. Last, the opposite of multiply by 4 is divide by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now let's move on to a word problem. It says you are driving to your aunt's house that is 1,500 miles away, or 1,500 miles away. Including rest stops, it takes you 42 hours to get to the vacation spot. So you might start here and end here, and you're going to drive, and then you're going to stop for food, and then you're going to drive, and then you're going to stop for gas, then you're going to drive, and you may have to stop to use the bathroom, and then you're going to drive and you get to your aunt's house. That's a long ways, 1,500 miles. So it's going to take you 42 hours to get there, including those stops. It says you estimate that you drive at an average speed of 50 miles per hour. How many hours were you not driving? So we know we could drive right from the start to the finish, from your house to your aunt's house, and we know that would be a total of 1,500 miles. The entire time you're driving, you're going at a rate or a speed of 50 miles per hour. So 50 multiplied by the number of hours, but we don't know how many hours we're just driving, because this 42 includes stopping. So this hours is going to be how many just driving hours it's going to be. 50 multiplied by the number of hours. So let's solve this. This is multiply. We need to divide. So h equals, let's plug it in our calculator, 1,500 divided by 50 should give us 30. That's 30 hours. 30 hours of just driving. Well, it tells you that it's going to take you 42 hours to get there. They want to know how many hours were you not driving? Well, if we know 42 hours total, can't we just subtract the 30 hours that we're driving to tell us how many hours were we not driving? So 2 minus 0 is 2, 4 minus 3 is 12. So 12 hours, so you might have stopped to sleep, get gas, eat, use the bathroom, all those things. Last two. I think these are the last two, yep. Find the value of x for the triangle or rectangle. We know perimeter means you're going to add all the sides. So let's add up all the sides. This m is for meters. Don't include that. That's your units. So if the bottom is 3x plus 1, the top is 3x plus 1. If this side is 1x plus 1, this side is 1x plus 1. So we know adding up all the sides should give us 28. What we need to do is write all of these sides. So I'm just going to start here. It says 3x plus 1 plus our next side, which is 1x plus 1, plus our next side, which is 3x plus 1, plus our next side, which is 1x plus 1. That looks like a lot of work. If you wanted to combine your like terms just from here, that's fine. Because that's what we're going to do down here next anyways. 3x plus 1 plus 3x plus 1x. Those all have x's in them, so we're going to combine those all together. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 3 more is 7, plus 1 more is 8. So we have 8x. And then we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. All of those ones together should give us plus 4, all equal to 28. So let's solve this. Get rid of your addition or subtraction first. So I'm going to subtract 4. We have 8x. And 28 minus 4 is 24. So then this is multiply. The opposite is divide. 24 divided by 8 should give us 3. Last one, same thing here. Our perimeter has to equal 23 feet. If you don't want to write out 1x, again, don't include the feet, 1x plus 2x plus 8, that's fine. You can combine right from the picture. 1x plus 2x is going to give us, oops, let's undo that, because I want that x in there too. 1x plus 2x is 3x. I can't combine the 8 with anything. So our last few steps here, get rid of addition or subtraction. We're going to subtract 8. We have 3x equals 23 minus 8 should give us 15. And the opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. Alright, go ahead and get started on your homework 3.3.